Alright, well, the purpose of this video is to photo document an experiment and project that I had been working on for off and on, I don't know, 6 months, which unfortunately kind of has come to its end for me, and that the purpose of the project I've kind of moved beyond, so now I'm left with the pieces, which were pretty much finished, but I don't have a need for right now. So what I'd like to talk about in this video is just what it is you're looking at here, what all the pieces are, and what it is that I can show. So, first thing I wanted to do was try to figure out a way that I could get a good sound system, a good music library program in my car. I really don't like iPods per se, even though I do have one, but I don't think it's a very good music browsing, listening device. So I came up with the solution of trying to use an Xbox and use the famous open source Xbox Media Center software as a platform for a car-based stereo system. So what you're looking at here is a Xbox which has been hacked together and put in a kind of a special acrylic case. I had a friend online in the MP3 forums who actually built this for me and originally put the Xbox motherboard in this case, and then I kind of took over from there with some more modifications. To look inside of this case, what I'll show you, zooming in a few different areas, is that there is a laptop hard drive. I believe it's 80 gigs. There is a actual old school mod chip, one that's not soft mod, it's a real hardware mod chip. You can kind of see it in there. And there is also a power supply, which is a standard DC to DC power supply, so that the traditional one has been replaced with one that can be driven right off of a car battery. And you'll see coming out of the back here is the 3 cables, power cables, and then an ignition switch basically to start this up. I'm simulating a car battery with just a standard kind of Radio Shack 12-volt power supply. So that's what's plugged into the Xbox here. Now, if we look at the back, we've got a standard Xbox AV cable connected to it to a breakout box. And this breakout box was originally I got from Europe. It's one of the, I believe, SCART, S-C-A-R-T type cables. And the reason this became important was I needed something that I could feed into a head unit to try to get some decent video quality. I wasn't going to be satisfied with standard S-video or composite video, and I wanted something a little bit higher quality. And I found most of these kind of doubled-in units that have screens are expecting you to hook some type of a navigation system to them. So this Pioneer unit here, or I'm sorry, this Kenwood unit, expects it to have an external nav unit which you can buy as a separate part and plug into the back of it. So I did some research and found out that the video standard that's used by that is basically it's a 480i signal. So it's an interlace signal, but you can still send it an RGB video signal. And using the SCART type adapter and cable, it pretty much maps up directly. So I've got my SCART breakout box here with audio left and right. If you follow the cable kind of all around here, you'll see right about there a huge duct tape job of where I went in and soldered in a cable, which is the cable that plugs into the nav input on the back of this Kenwood system. So you might be wondering what this monstrosity is right there. That's another power supply. Basically it's an old PC power supply which is providing power for the actual Kenwood head unit. I only had one of the Radio Shack units. And the reason there's some other things plugged into it was just to draw a little bit more load off the power supply so it would stay on. So what I'd like to do now is power up some of these components, show you how things work. We'll start up the Kenwood first here. Actually, it would make sense if I turned the power supply on. So let's see, where's that power switch? We'll see here. Kenwood is powering on. Okay, the next thing, which is actually a neat little feature that I have of my setup here. If you look closely inside the Xbox case, there is this monstrosity in the corner there. That is actually came from a Home Depot. It's a doorbell, a wireless doorbell connector. And so that combined with this little guy here provides a remote power on for the Xbox. So you'll see when I hit this, the Xbox is going to fire up. Now while that's powering on the Kenwood, we'll pick the right video input. And there we go. See the Xbox Media Center starting up. I've got it defaulting to the music library. I want to make sure I just have the right audio input selected as well, since what's happening here is the video is coming from the navigation video source, but audio, the way I'm feeding it into this Kenwood unit, is through the video input source. So there we are. The next thing that I've got plugged in here is a small little USB keyboard. The idea was to mount this somewhere on the dashboard. So we've got this little USB keyboard, and the idea was to hang it somewhere on the dash and use it to control all input of the media center. Okay, here we go. We're back here with hopefully a better shot of this USB keyboard. So let's go ahead and play some music here. What I'm going to do is show how you can navigate the library and pick some music. So I've got just some key maps here to go left and right and up and down. So we'll go over to switch the view into what is considered the library mode. See now. And let's go play some music. Pretty easy to do here with one hand and knowing where the keys are. Very simple up, down, left, right mappings. So there we go. Now playing a song. That should be a little clearer. And we can have some fun here. We'll put up the visualizer. So you can see the quality is pretty good. And we can go to the next track with some keys I've got programmed here. Again, just to show the small keyboard with hopefully better quality now in macro mode. Alright, and let's show one other quick function here. We switch back to the main screen. One of the powerful features of the Media Center is to search, so let's bring up a search screen here. And let's type in, let's see, a common word in my library would be like black. We've got Black Sabbath, Back in Black, and it goes. So bam, right there we've got our list of results. So that's it. That's the Xbox Media Center Car Edition. Hopefully this thing can find a good home somewhere. That's all.